Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Corey, are you ready to watch the best Avengers movie? The one everyone loves? I've seen this one 25 times.
Winter
More
Soldier
than any
twice.
other Marvel movie.
It's like, I'm going to stop it too, but Age of Ultron air day.
Oh my God, could not stop. Like candy.
This is actually my first disappointment. Thor Dark World.
In life.
In life, I was like, man, this is what it feels like to be sad. No, Thor Dark World, I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's not good. But like, I didn't have high expectations for it because I liked Thor 1, but Avengers was much like X-Men 3, where it was like X-Men 2 ended so strong. Avengers was incredible. And I remember Age of Ultron was the first time I was like, I don't feel inspired. Like, this was the first kind of actual letdown for me. So I'm really curious how it holds up.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the first time I thought, a little misstep by the MCU. And I saw it in South Africa, so it was a weird place to be sad.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because everyone out here loved it.
Yeah, I was out there. I was near one of the places they filmed, actually turned a left and walked down a street where Hulk was smashing in Africa. It was crazy.
Oh, that's fun.
So that was a cool little immersive. But yeah, the movie itself didn't quite hit for me.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. This is a top 3 for me.
Well, we're going to argue.
No, I have only seen this, I think, twice. Yeah, pretty confident about that. And there's a reason why. Anyway.
Yep. 2 or 3 for me. You're going to find out if it
Not
turns
the
around
same.
today.
I only watched Avengers 1 because I wanted to preserve that feeling in that moment. And this was like, it was just okay. But yay, I'm excited to rediscover it.
I'm glad we're watching this before Vision Quest.
Me too, because Vision Quest comes out next week. So I'm excited to watch it. Let's go, baby. It's kind of funny how Hank Pym created Hank Pym created Ultron, and they made the movie after.
Yep. They're like, oh, we needed that ingredient. We should add it for the future.
Yeah.
We noticed.
In the comics.
I did like the way they have Tony as his father in a sense. I think it suits Tony's arc nicely, but there's a lot of other foibles for me.
Oh, true that. It's crazy how this movie just starts off with just they're assembled.
It's like a comic, and that I like about it. It's also some of the best Hawkeye.
I suppose it's like an inverse because don't they disband at the end of this or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's a bookend. Cool. One or so.
Oh, they also have that line, like, what do we do if we need them? They'll come back. And I kind of like that it's like, man, they're back.
Cool shield
That
action.
is so sick.
I forgot about a lot of this. Damn, this is a good oneer. This is a oneer?
I mean, it's digitally sliced, but yeah, stunner of a oneer.
Shit! Language. Jarvis, what's the view from upstairs?
The central building is protected.
I believe he improvised that, and Joss Whedon then weaved that
well
in.
beyond any other Hydra base can be taken.
I can see that. He definitely gets the character.
Strucker couldn't mount his defense without it. At long last.
Nah, he's just using his hammer on regular folk.
They did.
He's just murdering people. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool shot.
Yeah, they really redeemed Hawkeye in this one, if memory serves. I forgot about the motorcycle toss.
They landed in the far woods. The perimeter guard panicked.
They have to be after the scepter.
Can we hold them?
The Avengers.
Concentrate fire on the weak ones.
They make them close ranks.
Isn't this guy like a huge villain in the comics?
Oh, yeah. Baron von Strucker is the 70s. But here, he's a guy.
It's too soon. It's what they signed up for. My men can hold them.
I heard Aaron Taylor Johnson was a little hesitant about signing up because they had just done Godzilla, where they were husband and wife.
Oh, I've forgotten that. Bryan Cranston,
Sir,
yeah.
the city is taking fire.
Don't worry, they've got the same relationship in the Ultimates. Husband, wife, brother, sister, same.
This quadrant is unsafe. Please back away.
Don't you feel safe?
This quadrant is unsafe. Please back away.
Whoa, this looks like District 9.
A lot, actually. Good call.
Is that acid?
Just had it on him.
The Americans sent their circus freaks to test us. No surrender!
Never give up. Never surrender.
Going to surrender? They're not ready to take out.
No, I mean...
twins.
I appreciate that Whedon's at least trying to like do more. He's doing wider lens. He's trying to make it look more film. Last one looked more like TV show.
Yeah, this one is richer. It also looks very expensive from jump.
Damn.
You didn't see that coming?
Werewolf.
I'm excited.
We have an enhance in the field.
Can't call him mutant.
Not for another 10 years.
We really need to get inside.
I'm closing in.
There's a lot of casualties in this movie.
And just every civilian or soldier.
There's a passageway below the north tower.
Great, I want to poke it with something.
Man, it's so impressively directed from the opening.
Drawbridge is down, people.
Oh, that was a cool. What?
Little magnet ready.
All the new players we faced, I've never seen this.
I can get Barton to the jet. The sooner we're gone, the better. You and Stark secure the scepter. It's like they're lining up.
Well, they're excited.
Awesome.
Find the scepter.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
I do like the casualness that they're avenging.
Stop. We gotta talk this through. It's good talk.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's a walk in the park for them today.
Sentry mode.
That no, it wasn't. I remember being the first line that felt like what people complain about the Marvel humor. I didn't feel that in Avengers 1, but this one I remember it started to feel like it needed
We're locked down out here.
to undercut emotion with comedy.
Get the banner. Time for a lullaby.
Hey, Jay, give me an IR scan of the room, real quick.
I'm reading steel reinforcement.
Please be secret.
Yay.
Hey, big guy.
Hey, there it is. The big guy.
Sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting real low.
Oh. It's like Tarzan and Jane.
Still looks great.
I believe the connection in this moment right now. I did always find it kind of odd that we didn't ever see them like be summoned together. And why was this the mission where they summoned them together? The specific one.
I also don't remember how they address the end of Iron Man 3 with him being like
they do.
that. I remember that bothering me, but I thought at least was a line.
Where's Loki's scepter?
I know when I'm beat.
I'll put it right under illegal human experimentation.
Her first film, a villain. Second film, her final film, a villain.
Maybe should. That was good.
Second enhanced. You'll have to be faster than that.
Oh, that was cool.
Guys, I got Strucker.
Yeah, something bigger.
Well, the humor sometimes doesn't complement because the film has a more cinematic language where the visual of the first Avengers kind of lends itself to having more
Bright
humor.
and poppy. This is like, look at the ominous. And some of it works, like the Downey joke we both like. That fits, but not all of it.
Like Baron being like, at the end.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I'm going to nitpick every joke.
Oh, people are going to love this.
Every joke.
This is everyone's favorite reaction style. Nitpickery. Great way to show her powers.
And he was actually spooked. Damn, that sweat came pouring fast.
It's interesting how the fear response in your body just sweats.
Your body heats up, man.
That's obsession. Was sweating. Got me. That imagery is still, like, right out of the comic perfect.
You could have saved us.
These are horrifying visuals.
Yeah.
It's like you can only really get away with it in a nightmare scene.
But it really contextualizes everything he's been feeling since. I mean, we see tastes in Iron Man 3, but that was staggering.
Hey, I'm in right now.
Yeah, no. My nitpicks aside, I'm vibing. It's the third act that I worry about my re-experience of. But right now, I'm happy to be watching Avengers. Beats by Hulk.
Has to do with calming techniques. You brought up Obsession. I'm still incredibly stressed out about Obsession
Oh,
right now.
I'm sorry. That's right. Put on some headphones. Vibe out for
I
a
did
moment.
not sleep at all.
It's a swear word here at Reject Nation.
You know, sometimes exactly what I want to hear isn't exactly what I want to hear.
How long before you trust me?
It's not you I don't trust.
It's himself.
Gates of hell are filled with the screams of his victims.
Dr. Cho's on her way in from Seoul. Is it okay if she sets up in your lab?
Yeah, she knows her way around.
Smart to keep the presence of Jarvis alive. I don't really recall him being alive in the first Avengers.
And we need to have him punched up before Ultron.
Banner and I will give it the once over before it goes back to Asgard. Is that cool with you? In just a few days till the farewell party. You're staying, right?
Yes, of course. Victory should be honored with revels.
Hopefully this puts an end to the Chitauri and Hydra. So
Yes.
Rebels.
He does write them all so well.
The Battle of New York memorialized.
Amadeus chose mom.
And Maria Hill's a secretary now.
She's ready. She's ready for anything.
He's got increased metabolism and improved thermal homeostasis. Her thing is neuroelectric interfacing, telekinesis, mental manipulation.
Wow.
What kind of monster would let a German scientist experiment on them to protect their country?
We're not at war, Captain.
They are.
Nicely done.
Good dialogue. It's interesting, my global view of Stark is so antithetical to my personal view of Stark. I believe in his personal decisions, but I don't like how he interacts with the world at large, but I understand it because I believe in his personal decisions. I have a really interesting relationship with this character, and I'm noticing it more this rewatch back to back to back.
Especially because of how much artificial intelligence he uses.
No, it's because he's a cop. He's got patrolmen and stuff, and it's interesting because I understand the shield around the world concept, but I'm ACAB, so it's interesting.
The jewel appears to be a protective housing for something inside.
Like a reactor?
Like a computer.
I like this set. You can even see Thor in the back there.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It's like the Mac store in New York.
If you brought him to my lab, the regeneration cradle could do this in 20 minutes.
Oh, he's flatlining. Call it.
Is this Cho's only movie?
I don't remember her being in it.
You'll be made of you, Mr. Barton. Your own girlfriend won't be able to tell the difference.
Well, I have a girlfriend.
That I can't fix.
We didn't have to fight to keep Hawkeye stuff in there. They wanted to cut it out.
Some of the best stuff in the film. All the farm stuff.
You see, we were wondering how Strucker got so inventive. Analyzing the gem inside, you may recognize.
Oh, the science-to-science chemistry with these two is so good.
I'm legit enjoying this 10 times more than I think of it as being.
It's beautiful.
If you had to guess, what's it look like?
Like it's thinking.
Evolving.
Down in Strucker's lab, I saw some fairly advanced robotics work. They deep six the data, but
Artificial intelligence.
I love artificial intelligence.
It's the future.
It's God.
It only brings about good things.
what if you were sipping margaritas on a sun-drenched beach, turning brown instead of green?
Like him being in the lab coat. This gives that like mad scientist vibes.
Mm-hmm. The slight purple in the shirt.
I don't want to hear the man was not meant to metal medley. I see a suit of armor around the world.
There it is.
Sounds like a cold world, Tony.
I've seen colder.
I love that I like the psychology. I get everyone's perspective again.
It needs Ultron.
I mean, this fear carries over from what he was experiencing in Iron Man 3.
Imagine that.
Cold, efficient logic.
There are some Hickman vibes to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially visually, I feel like he got a lot of cues. Like that is Hickman. We know Hickman isn't the artist. I'm saying that era. He's saying that time.
I'll notify you if there are any developments.
Thanks, buddy.
It's a very interesting like conversation and debate they set up.
What is this, please?
I don't know if they like fulfill
Hello,
the
I am
theme.
Jarvis.
That's what I don't like about the third act.
You are Ultron, a global peacekeeping initiative designed by Mr. Stark.
Where's your body?
I am a program. I am without form. I am contacting Mr. Stark now.
Mr. Stark.
Dad.
I am unable to access the mainframe.
It's so good to get James Spader. James Spader's attitude is a little bit like Robert Downey Jr.'s.
But the evil side.
Yeah, give me a second.
Peace in our time.
I do like how the voice, like the dialogue of him is
Too much.
not generic robot.
It's the opposite. It's all emotion.
It's a guy.
I believe your intentions to be hostile.
Go to sleep, baby.
Stop. Please, may I?
I do wish there was a build though. It's too much of a slingshot.
It's a lot.
It's just like slingshots like made him always evil.
He looked at stuff. It's bad. I get what it's commenting on. It's just not as effective as I'd like.
Ooh, come back.
For me.
Well, you know, the suit can take the weight. Drop it at his feet. I'm like, boom. You looking for this? Boom. Are you looking? Why do I even talk to you guys? Everywhere else that story kills.
That's the whole story?
War Machine story.
Oh, this is very good then.
It's very good.
Impressive.
The start of his humor.
Yeah, he finally feels like a person, not a soldier.
I hate missing you guys get together.
Testosterone.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Want a lozenge?
Why is there always a woman to ruin it?
But Jane's
Don't worry, she left.
But Jane's better. This was the start of his. I thought it was Ragnarok.
Yeah.
This is the start of his humor.
Very happy chasing cold leads on our missing persons case. Your world is crazy.
Be it ever so humble.
You find a place in Brooklyn yet?
I don't think I can afford a place in Brooklyn.
Well, home is home, you know?
Does all this life saving and he doesn't get any money.
I drop it at his feet.
Government employee, they make like $7. Same story.
That's really funny.
Double. Yep, that's right.
Barrels built from the wreck of Grundy's fleet. Is not meant.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie.
Mhm.
Stop trying to scare us. Come on.
That was a good line delivery.
Yeah, they give him more and more, and he earns it. Like, it's great.
Eggshell.
Dude was just.
How'd a nice girl like you wind up working in a dump like this?
Fella done me wrong. He's not so bad. He has a temper. Deep down, he's all fluff.
Music does happen to compliment.
Fact is, he's not like anybody I've ever known.
Where the did this come from?
Nowhere. That's the problem with it. It doesn't make sense. They're both good actors, so it works as well as it can, but
Should I fight this?
some.
Or run with it?
Run with it, right? Or what did he do though? So.
Not a damn thing. But never say never.
It's just hard because she flirts with every guy in every movie.
You're right. So it's like his eyes are doing this is different, but.
You and Romanoff.
No, we haven't. That wasn't.
It's just she's not the most open person in the world. But with you, she seems very relaxed.
She likes to flirt.
I've seen her flirt. Up close.
Good timing. We're just talking about that.
Yeah.
As maybe the world's leading authority on waiting too long. Don't. You both deserve a win.
He really is a leader.
Dialogue's still real solid.
Whatever, man. It's a trick.
Well, please be my guest.
Come on. Really?
Yeah.
Still don't know how you do it.
Never one to shrink from an honest challenge.
Get after it.
It's physics. Lift it. I then rule Asgard.
Yes, of course. Be right back.
Such a dork.
Go, Steve.
The start.
Yep, we all know it.
Come on, Cap. Whosoever is carrying Thor's fingerprints is, I think, the literal translation.
Yes, I have a simpler one. You're all not worthy.
I could see. This, apparently, like the canon goes that he was pretending he couldn't pick it up.
Oh, 100%. I even thought that from his delivery here.
Yeah, watching, he's like, "Oh, you tried for like a second."
And him shrugging it off like, "Oh well."
Yeah.
How could you be worthy? You're all killers.
Well, that's a symbolic look.
Jarvis.
I'm sorry, I was asleep.
Look how he's like leaking.
Legionnaires got a buggy suit. Terrible noise. And I was tangled in.
It's like a reanimated zombie.
I love the dialogue of "I was asleep," or "Was I a dream?" or "I was a dream."
Who sent you?
I see a suit of armor around the world.
That's a bad look.
I'm on mission.
What mission?
Piece of our time.
Yeah, shoot it. Pistol that gun. Pistol the iron suit. I love you.
Don't turn green.
That would be a great time to turn green.
It might help, but what are you gonna do? Just dismantle robots, plural, in the house? It doesn't waste a moment, this movie. I'll give it that.
I'm not gonna lie, Corey. I'm having a great time. Like, I really am. This is the most I've enjoyed this movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really in right now.
Wow, he could shield all of them.
That was dramatic. I'm sorry, I know you mean well. You just didn't think it through.
Spader mocap for this.
That's cool.
With these puppets, there's only one path to peace. The Avengers' extinction.
Extinction. Age of Extinction.
I had strings, but now I'm free.
Pinocchio synergy. I know this movie's already 2.5 hours, but I think with an extra 30 minutes, if they had like developed a wonder and a relationship with him, and then he turned, just would have smacked. It would have slapped way harder.
Well, because Vision physically before Ultron makes at least a question of it.
Yeah.
We don't have a physical Vision yet, so it does feel.
Yeah.
It just happens.
But I am entertained.
Quite.
This is insane. Ultron could have assimilated Jarvis. This isn't strategy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going around. Trail went cold about 100 miles out, but it's headed.
That was such an intense moment in the trailer. I just remember that. And it's just a
beat.
Little beat. Yeah.
It's good. Trailer editor. You talk about trailers a lot because your timing with like rejects being born and turning into this. This was the first trailer that I was like working and it messed the movie up for me because I saw too much. This was the first time I was like, ugh.
Oh, nee, maybe this might not be the time.
Really?
to-
You just roll over, show your belly every time somebody snarls.
Only when I've created a murder.
The Avengers were supposed to be different than S.H.I.E.L.D.
Anybody remember when I carried a nuclear wormhole? Hostile alien army came charging through a hole in space. We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that up there, that's the end game.
Oh,
we said it. I don't remember that.
Oh, that's a big, yeah. Because the Marcus McFeely said they were planting the seed.
We'll lose. And we'll do that together, too.
I think that was one of the moments the Avengers cabal planted.
I've never quite been in love with Captain America the way everyone else has, and this whole journey has made me fall in love with him.
I'm so torn because I've always thought I'm way more Iron Man, and now I'm watching this like, I really like Cap's ideals.
Yeah. Especially when you kind of have a little bit of awareness of where it's going.
Yeah, I think that helps a lot.
The elders decreed it so that everyone could be equally close to God. You're wondering why you can't look inside my head.
AI is the new god.
Sooner or later, every man shows himself.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Damn, what a glow up.
But I saw Stark's sphere. I knew it would control him, make him self-destruct.
Designed to supplant them, to help them.
Is that why you've come? To end the Avengers?
I've come to save the world, but also, yeah.
His snarkiness didn't work for me the first time. Still a little bit in the middle of the road about it.
I'm 70%, but the 30% I definitely feel myself going,
You lost your parents in the bombings. I've seen the records.
The records are not the picture.
Pietro.
We're 10 years old. Having dinner, the four of us. And the first shell hits 2 floors below. It makes a hole in them.
Then we see this in WandaVision.
I'd forgotten that.
Roll under the bed, and the second shell hits. But it doesn't go off. And on the side of the shell, it's painted one word.
Stark.
The irony.
We wait for 2 days for Tony Stark to kill us.
I like the seeds a lot, and like the details, the parallels of like the Stark rocket from Iron Man 1 to now.
Him sitting next to his own, yeah.
You and I can hurt them. We'll tear them apart from the inside.
It's a great setup of threat. You feel all the tension building, and it's the sins of the father.
Answer to you. Yes, ma'am.
The setup to this is so good.
I feel like Quicksilver could have taken out half these Avengers.
Oh, yeah. That's why they had to kill him in this movie.
Yeah.
Why send a message when you've just given a speech?
Strucker knew something that Ultron wanted us to miss.
Yeah. Everything we had on Strucker's been
No associates.
This is good. It's like you use AI to go through all this.
But AI would delete it, so see, it's good to have tangible media. This is the only thing safe.
Well played, Jandro.
The
well
only
played.
thing safe, physical. Just like Sony deleting all those movies, I own them, and they're still mine.
Those are tattoos. This is a brand.
That's right. He also helped out with the mocap on this movie, too.
I could totally see that. Forgot Claw was in this.
Wakanda, Wakanda.
This guy got up.
That is actually interesting. It's a fun way to have the audience go, Wakanda, and also for people to remember the word Wakanda.
And the audience that knows it to be like, he's about to... Like,
Yeah. Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Churchill. They're watching Dunkirk
right
over
there, right there.
In the better room.
Yeah.
Now, you will make it right, or the next missile I send you will come very much faster.
It's so funny how he's become the mocap guy when he's such a great
Such a good
live-action
actor,
performer.
like physical performer, like in a movie. I want to see him too. Yeah, I'm such a fan of circuses. Both circus, mocap and actor circus. I'm excited for Lord of the Rings. I forgot that's so good.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're enhanced. I was sorry to hear about Starker. Is this your first time intimidating someone? I'm afraid.
Everybody's afraid of something.
Cuttlefish. So if you're going to fiddle with my brain, I only deal with the man in charge.
Damn, look at his body language. So good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he knows how to use it specifically.
Let's talk business.
I think as more time goes on, the worse that CGI will look.
Looks perfectly fine now.
Yeah,
but not.
You know it.
Oh, no. But I agree with you. Like, it doesn't look, oh my God. It looks perfectly fine.
Certain shots.
Vibranium.
He looks like a Decepticon.
It's worth billions.
I always say, keep your friends rich and your enemies rich and wait to find out which is which.
Tony Stark used to say that.
Do I look like Iron Man? Stark is...
The arm, Star Wars, and Ulysses
yeah?
Claw.
And McClure's Claw, but...
I'm sure that's going to be okay. I'm sorry. Stark he's a sickness.
Oh, Junior.
Nobody has to break anything.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
This is funny. It's what, comfortable? Like old times?
This was never my life.
I like how he plays Quicksilver like a drug addict.
I mean, that Eastern Bloc trap, nowhere to go. I see the math.
It's like sunken in eyes, so he's sweaty.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Can't sleep.
What's the vibranium for?
I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to take this time to explain my evil plan.
I'm starting to feel a missing tension.
I thought it when Ultron said the joke about evil plan, and I was like, oh, that's the too far with humor moment. And now I'm like, just watching cool stuff. There's cool stuff happening.
This is cool.
It's time for some mind games.
Is this a code green?
Yeah, this is the first movie that's feeling like an entertaining episode of television.
Which is ironic because it's more cinematic visually.
Yeah, than the first one, yeah.
Girl tried to walk my mind. Fortunately, I am mighty.
I am the mighty Thor. Oh, that could have gone all horny.
And this scene is one of the ones I feel like didn't really get to pay off like the other ones did. I think he just goes and trips balls in a pool for a while. Definitely Hawkeye's redemption movie.
Not a fan.
Damn. And they were together in Wind River.
Oh,
Yeah, you better run.
I like that, and this is spoilers for the end of the movie if you're weirdly watching it with us for the first time 10 years later. I like that they're doing the thing that Whedon does so well, which is build up the character that you think is going to die, and so you think Hawkeye's death is coming. And then that bait and switch with Quicksilver really works because of how much Hawkeye does get here.
That's good. That's a good point.
We'll celebrate after the graduation ceremony.
Black Widow coming soon, 2021.
You'll never fail.
The Bourne Ultimatum. I mean, there was like a really good movie to have you had of just them fighting Quicksilver and Scarlet
It
Witch.
was so much more interesting. I mean, I like the AI commentary and all the Tony Stark and things, but there's plenty of movie with just this.
Are you ready for our dance?
She becomes like the cameo queen throughout this franchise.
I wonder if she has the most.
They see everything.
They
see you leading.
Just Idris Elba showing up on set.
We can go home. Imagine it.
What a nightmare.
You're a destroyer, Odinson.
Damn, these visuals of Asgard I wish came to life in a Thor movie. This looks really cool, though.
Good thing we're going to Ragnarok next. Slinging yucks.
But like, I like the creepy horror.
Yeah, I mean, it'll never happen, but I've always wanted a Robert Eggers Thor.
You like that? I'm all right. I want to finish the plan. I want the big one.
I'm just gonna stay here.
This seems fine. I'll wait and see.
And you're not going anywhere.
Of course not. I'm already there.
Cool. This is where I saw the movie.
Red Eyes Hulk.
Tasha, I could really use a lullaby. Oh, that's not gonna happen. Not for a while.
I like that he gets the invert of helping others brainwashed.
I'm calling it Veronica.
Betty and Veronica.
Cape Town. Such a beautiful city.
Ah, I love these tropes. Wow, so the Hulk was just killing.
Everybody said that like Avengers 1 is the last time we got Hulk, but this is Hulk.
I mean, it's like even more Rage Hulk. He's killing people.
Like this is crazy. That lock-off shot was sick. Those pants are purple.
It's an exciting scene. It's aiming for more. This movie's aiming for more grit and suspense, and it's maybe that's not Joss Whedon's specialty in directing.
It's a series of awesome scenes.
Yeah, because this could be like horrifying, and I like it visually, conceptually, I like it a lot.
Sick.
Right, everybody stand down.
He looks so good.
That little witch is messing with your mind. You're Bruce Banner. Right. Don't mention puny Banner.
Man, the amount of destruction they are causing.
Hulkbuster armor is so crazy.
This movie really does demonstrate the collateral damage they cause.
Of Avengers existing.
In the back? Move, Banner.
Oh, that's horrible.
Veronica, give me a hand.
Oh, great visual, damn. Oh my God, they are hurting so many people.
Go to sleep.
So smart.
Okay, pal, we're gonna get you out of town.
So many smart contingencies you can tell have been planned for.
This makes him feel so bad for him, for Banner, though.
Yeah, he's in there.
And like, this is his fear. He's the only one who gets a fear that gets actually
Yeah, everyone else
physical.
had a nightmare. His is reality. Like the nightmare of what could happen. His is life.
Hey, I'm interrupting this video to let you know that if you got like a business idea rattling around in your head, merch, art, whatever, Shopify is literally how you do it. Store, products, payments, it's all there day one. You don't build the machine, you just start selling. And no, I'm not blowing smoke here. I use phrases like blowing smoke now. RejectNationShop.com, we're gonna get stuff like this. That's been running on Shopify for years. Way before they ever paid us to say this. That's what I call a natural brand deal. Because yeah, we've been using it for such a long time. The store is legit one of the main ways we're able to keep the lights on around here. And you know, a big part of what got me early on there, checkout. People actually finish buying, no abandoned carts, no friction, and when they come back, one tap, boom, done. First time I watched orders come through that smooth, I went, oh, this is real business now. And since Shopify is handling, well, you know, the boring stuff, your time goes where it should, making things that people want. We stopped fiddling with the store and started building the brand, hiring more artists. And you could start that today at shopify.com/rejects. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business. So go make it one. You can start your free trial at shopify.com/rejects. Start your free trial at shopify.com/rejects. Thank you so much, Shopify, for sponsoring and supporting Reject Nation.
I'm sorry.
What a fight this gives us.
That was comprehensive. Show me something.
He did get a really good handle on how to direct action on this one. It was great in the first one, but he
Even
improved.
more now.
I think he improved. Oh my
I love
God.
the shots and the mask in this one.
This is so bad. I don't remember it being this bad.
They almost destroyed Cape Town.
This is so bad.
Everything he feared.
There's a lot of concepts to this movie I really like. Like, they do drive home of like what happens in Civil War, like the dangers of the Avengers. And there comes the guilt and shame.
It's a nice play on the Hulk punch with Thor, Avengers 1.
The news is loving you guys. There's been no official call for Banner's arrest. but it's in the air.
Stark Relief Foundation?
Already on the scene. How's the team?
He's able to get away with it because he's an Avenger.
Until we can find Ultron, I don't have a lot else to offer.
Neither do we.
I mean, if anybody should be tried, it's Scarlet Witch.
Hey, you want to switch out?
No, I'm good. If you want to get some kip, now's a good time.
Where?
Safe house.
Oh, that's right. They have to fly because Jarvis doesn't exist anymore.
That's why it's good not to get dependent on AI, Greg. Keep your skills. When it all goes down, you have to be on a farm. You got to know what you're doing. Can I kill a chicken? No. Will I learn? Probably not. Will I talk about it? Yes.
What is this place?
Safe house.
Man, I love Hawkeye in this. Let's hope.
Honey, I'm home.
The kiddo along the way.
Sorry, didn't call ahead.
This is an agent of some kind.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, buddy.
These are
Look at your face.
smaller agents.
Find out.
Sorry for barging in.
Clint barging.
Yeah, well, Fury helped me set this up when I joined. Kept it off S.H.I.E.L.D.'s files, like to keep it that way.
Honey, I missed you.
My thesis is it held so true on this rewatch because it's the walkabout that Thor's on, his listless nightmare, and then his grasp of who he is as a man is because of a child, and they tease that.
We didn't want any of this Thor shit in there.
You need it. You need it.
Of him, like, with the Infinity Stones and everything.
It's because he doesn't have his directive, but by nature. Like, Thor is trying to find out who he is while the other two are crossing paths.
If they're sleeping here, some of them are gonna have to double up. What about Nat, Dr. Banner?
As what?
You are so cute. I'll explain when you're older. Hawkeye. It's bad, right? That seems really shaky.
Ultron has these allies. Kids, or punks, really.
It's funny in the comics. I always like the human books more, and it's interesting in the movie. This is my favorite stuff too.
And it also explains why Hawkeye has so much sympathy for them.
You know, I totally support your avenging, but I see those guys, those gods.
You don't think they need me?
I think they do. You need to be sure that this team is really a team.
I do like these scenes a lot, yeah. They don't really do something for showing how Hawkeye is the center of them. Like Huey for the boys. Like, I don't really, in the dynamic with them.
Just be sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, I like the concept that they're literally presenting right in the scene of what Hawkeye represents for the team. But I don't ever really see that in the actual ensemble when they're together.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I hear it being told to me, and I feel it when it's being told to me, but in other acts. But in the third act, I think I feel it with the sacrifice and stuff.
With the kids.
Yeah.
I could have killed you, Helen, the night we met.
Do you expect a thank you note?
I expect you to know why.
The regeneration cradle prints tissue. Can't build a living body.
You can. You lack the material. But we all have room to improve.
Well, that's coming back.
I forgot Helen was like the mother of Ultron and Vision. I remember Tony was the father with Ruffalo, but...
Didn't realize you were waiting.
I would have joined you, but
Used up all the hot water.
I should have joined you.
The world just saw the Hulk, real Hulk, for the first time.
Bruce Banner doesn't need to be supercut.
No, Hulk shredded. I don't picture Ruffalo training, or Banner, I mean. Like, I don't picture Banner
And
training.
it seems normal at the time. But when you wake, that I was an Avenger, that I was anything more than the assassin they made me.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
With you, if running's the plan.
Where did this come from?
I feel like his confusion is my confusion.
We watched all these movies in a row. I feel like this came out of nowhere.
And like, it's acting like it's the second act of it. Like, it's not acting like it's a burgeoning thing. It's acting like...
Where in the world am I not a threat?
You're not a threat to me.
You sure? I can't have this.
Neither can I. They have a graduation ceremony. They sterilize you. It's efficient. One less thing to worry about.
They make a funny scene out of that in Black Widow.
Do they?
Elena makes fun. Taunts.
I didn't remember
Red
that.
Guardian with it.
Makes everything easier, even killing.
Makes everything easier, even killing.
You still think you're the only monster on the team?
Wasn't this like this is a point of contention with the movie, wasn't it?
Yes, And I think it's the monster line saying that because she can't have children, she feels like a monster. But I've never been a woman. I don't know. But I think it's about her feeling. And it's not saying that women that can't have kids are monsters. I think it's her feeling like a monster.
Yeah.
But I think it was misinterpreted as...
Well, it's the accumulation. It's what they're shaping her. Again, it's a torture of what the men did to her.
Seems like you walked away all right. I don't trust a guy without a dark side.
Well, let's just say you haven't seen it yet.
You know Ultron's trying to tear us apart, right?
Whether you tell us is a bit of a question.
Banner and I were doing research.
That would affect the team.
That would end the team. Isn't that the why we fight? So we can end the fight? So we get to go home?
Every time someone tries to win a war before it starts, innocent people die.
Oh my God, am I team Cap? What have I come to?
Don't take from my pile. Hello, dear. Everything.
Do me a favor. Try not to bring it to life.
Miss Barton, you little mix. Was she ever not working for you?
Artificial intelligence. You never even hesitated.
Look, it's been a really long day, so how's about we skip to the part where you're useful?
Look me in the eye and tell me you're going to shut him down.
You're not the director of me.
Just an old man who cares very much about you.
And I'm the man who killed the Avengers.
Well.
So I'm all dead, Nick. Felt it. The whole world, too.
Maximoff girl, she's working you, Stark, playing on your fear.
I wasn't tricked. I was shown the end of the path I started us on.
You come up with some pretty impressive inventions, Tony.
Crazy how Nick Fury is being used as this thing that where he can be honest.
Yeah. The ultimate spy. Tell him.
You'd think that'd be as bad as it gets, right? Nope.
I never got the sense this was their relationship.
The worst part is that you didn't.
It certainly isn't. But who else does he have? Like, who else do you put in the spot? And you need the Nick Fury cameo.
I'll see you tonight.
Oh my God.
Everyone's in this one.
If you're going for inconspicuous, though, near miss.
It's dangerous.
Just looks like Chris Hemsworth. I never thought of that when he's incognito. It's a National Geographic show.
My contacts all say he's building something. The amount of vibranium he made off with.
I drew you pregnant.
Oh.
He's easy to track. He's everywhere.
You still going after launch codes?
Yes, he is, but he's not making any headway. Well, I contacted our friends at the Nexus about
Nexus?
It's the World Internet Hub in Oslo.
So what'd they say?
He's fixated on the myths, like the codes are constantly being changed.
By whom?
Good shot.
Find our unknown.
Well, this was good times, boss, but I was kind of hoping when I saw you, you'd have more than that.
I do. You kids had all the tech you could dream of. Here we all are, back on Earth, nothing but our wit and our will to save the world. And whether or not he admits it, his mission is global destruction.
I don't mind a humbled, empowering Nick Fury, especially because he's rogue.
Outwit the Platinum Bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff?
You're being a bitch, Romanoff.
To become better, he keeps building bodies.
The human form isn't efficient. Biologically speaking, we're outmoded.
And you two programmed him to protect the human race.
Oh my God, the daughter drew a clue.
They don't need to be protected. They need to evolve.
Like a caterpillar to a
To a
cocoon to
butterfly,
a
like this
butterfly.
drawing.
Has anyone been in contact with Helen Shaw?
It's beautiful. And S.H.I.E.L.D. never even
The
thought
most
to.
versatile substance on the planet. They scratch the surface and never think.
Ooh, Infinity Stone. I forgot it wasn't the blue.
Just hit me what's kind of weird about this one, actually, is that the Avengers movies are supposed to feel like the culmination of something in the event. This feels like another movie that's setting up a bunch of stuff.
It also doesn't relate to Phase 2 almost at all.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man 3 is not acknowledged.
I really miss the days when the weirdest thing science ever created was me.
Winter Soldier kind of through Nick Fury.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Something dramatic, I hope.
I'm gonna finish reflooring that sunroom as soon as I get back.
Well, the movie treats it like the Avengers are congregate a lot, but then like they don't.
They don't. They haven't seen each other. But, and it's very loosely tied to that one line about like they'll come back, but it doesn't feel quite earned.
That's why I always thought the start of this was a little weird, and then it expects you to fill in the blank of like Natasha and Hulk. Like, okay, I guess a lot of shit's happened in between.
Yeah,
fucking the last movie,
which a lot of people say is a Phase 4 and 5 problem, but I feel it way more here. Oh yeah, tripping in the tub.
Yeah, this is the one Whedon was really against.
The water of sight.
I don't remember it going anywhere.
And every realm has a reflection. If the water spirits accept me, I can return to my dream.
Men who enter that water, the legends don't end well.
A hacker who's faster than Ultron? He could be anywhere. And is this just the center of everything? I'm just a guy looking for a needle.
I've got that shirt.
How do you find it?
Bruce Lee, DJ.
Yeah, Phase 1 was like a culmination. This doesn't feel like a culmination movie.
Come and get me.
And Ultron doesn't, I don't like, he becomes less interesting the more, he starts off interesting and he becomes less interesting as it progresses.
Yeah, he's out there just surfing the internet, trying to build up something.
Extinction.
Yeah, they really are, like, we're setting up the Infinity Stones, baby.
Cellular cohesion will take a few hours, but we can initiate the consciousness stream.
And part of the beauty of the first Avengers is they all get an arc. And I don't...
Very different here.
It's not, it's more like an event's happening.
I wouldn't call it dreams. It's Ultron-based consciousness.
She's like, he's kind of hot.
Hey, who's that purple guy?
Is he single?
There are no shortcuts.
Ultron was like, what now?
So tired of your problems.
You said we would destroy the Avengers. Make a better world.
It will be better. The human race will have every opportunity to improve.
You're a madman.
There are more than a dozen extinction-level events.
I mean, God flooded the earth and then they started humanity again and here we are.
Just facts.
But it doesn't make it better. We didn't make it better.
Life always designs. There's incoming. We have to move.
That's not a problem.
Oh, she's done.
That's why she doesn't come back.
I just need a little more time.
2 minutes. Stay close.
But I do agree with Ultron in a lot of ways.
Kill everybody?
I mean, humanity kind of sucks. We are the thing that has ruined this world.
Oh, yeah.
We're the only animal that has ruined the world.
We're a virus.
Yeah.
Its power is uncontainable.
Yes, there's a lot of good and
I don't even know if it's a lot anymore. I think it's occasional.
We've definitely done a lot of harm to this planet.
The good is the outlier now, and that's unfortunate.
I got a private jet taking off across town. No manifest.
There, it's a truck from the lab. Right above you, Cap.
I like that they use Hawkeye's sight in creative ways throughout.
I could take out the driver.
Negative. That truck crashes, the gem could level the city.
Leave me alone!
Awesome. Good stunt work.
Well, he's definitely unhappy. I'm gonna try and keep him that way.
You're not a match for him, Cap.
Thanks, Barton.
You know what's in that cradle? The power to make real change. Stop. Give him hell.
Oh, she's badass.
That was a cool beat.
I like the stuff that's reminded me of Winter Soldier. Oh my God, I love Winter Soldier.
Well, now he gets it.
I was just thinking, like, oh, Hawkeye would have been a good addition to
he'd
like
have been great in that.
to come to Captain America movie. Yeah.
That's what we get out of this rewatch is Greg understanding Winter Soldier's glory. I'm happy with it.
I have no memory of her doing any of this shit.
I think about all the time, like, I wonder if there's a RAM or hard drive issue with us, because we watch so much more stuff than any average person. And, like, does it just get taken up? Does it get overwritten?
What was he able to move?
The Earth.
It's good technology under the street.
Yeah.
There must be something there. I don't know.
I was distracted thinking about the physical capabilities of man.
Well, shit. We did help out with a lot of bad things.
We are responsible for the end of the world. What do we do about it?
Heading back towards you. Whatever you're gonna do it now.
Bus fight.
Cap, can you keep him occupied?
What do you think I've been doing?
Felt like such an insert shot they got.
It really did, yeah. Cool design.
Yeah, this is some like Terminator Dark Fate shit, dude.
Yeah, everybody's favorite Terminator.
Cool stuff once in a while in that movie.
Hey, package is airborne.
Negative. I am still in the truck. The hell you just be ready. I'm sending the package.
How do you want me to take it?
You might wish you hadn't asked that.
Hell yeah.
Avengers.
Please, don't do this.
What choice do we have?
I lost him. He's headed your way.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Fuck all those people, Cap.
Just regular civilians on a train.
They're not even American.
Captain.
Whoa.
Cap, you see Neff?
If you have the package, get it to start. Civilians in our path. Can you stop this thing?
You can't. Just put everyone in a happy place in their minds.
That's cool.
It's their X-Men Quicksilver.
Oh, yeah. I think this come out the same year as one of the X-Men with Quicksilver. It was like a year with 2 Quicksilvers.
No, I don't know.
I'm very tempted not to give you.
Did you get it?
Stark will take care of it.
No, you won't.
When I was a girl, there was a rocket in my home. Tell them the whole monologue.
He will do anything to make things right. Ultron can't tell the difference between saving the world and destroying it. Where do you think he gets that?
Anything on that?
Where?
His papa?
I wish Captain America said that so I would know.
Yeah, it's right at camera.
Any chance Natasha might leave you a message outside the internet?
Just in that second cast.
Just listen, you'll find her.
Whatever operational system Cholan planted.
Yeah, about that.
No.
You have to trust me.
Kinda don't.
The guy protecting the military's nuclear codes? I found him.
Hello, Dr. Banner.
You want me to help you put Jarvis into this?
Of course not. I want to help you put Jarvis.
And you just assume that Jarvis is operational, beat Ultron's.
Jarvis has been beating him from inside. This is the opportunity. We can create Ultron's perfect self.
I believe it's worth a go.
Cannot wait for Vision Quest.
I'm caught in a time loop. This is exactly where it all went wrong.
We're mad scientists. We're monsters, buddy. We've got to own it. Make a stand.
Not the most compelling argument.
But if they didn't do this, we wouldn't win. Tony was right here.
I still think there's like almost an hour of this movie.
It's not short.
It feels like it should wrap up soon, doesn't it?
Nope, we got a third act. We still got to do the hover little section of the city. We got to go up. Stuff's got to happen.
She gets captured?
She's been captured. There she is.
I know. I don't. Wow. There's so much plot.
I don't have anyone else.
He just wants to talk.
The world made clean for the new man to rebuild. You've wounded me. But, like the men said, what doesn't kill me just makes me stronger.
What a way to make a point. I know I keep saying variations of this. It was just that he seems like hurt and like he's got an emotional depth, but because he just like came out that way, we don't really get to, it's not compelling. You know what I mean? Like his points aren't compelling. It's more like, oh, that's interesting thoughts.
Yeah, it's a lot of ideas and it's a lot of like cool concepts.
But I'm like, oh, I didn't see an evolution as to how he became this way.
Other than people doing cool stuff, I don't know what arcs anyone has had. We've learned things about people and we've learned about their personality, but no one has changed.
Tony hasn't learned anything.
By design, he hasn't.
She's not in your head?
I know you're angry.
Oh, we're way past that.
And the dynamics are all good, like the idea that she's with them and them not trusting, all this setting up civil war.
You didn't see that coming?
So much infighting.
Now he's got 3 dads.
I'm essential to this movie.
I'm back! This will help!
Ooh, sexy.
So svelte.
Paul Bettany had no idea. It was crazy. He just gets like a voiceover one day.
He thought his career was over.
And then it just evolves
And
into
now
this
he's
guy.
a lead in the biggest franchise in the world.
The vision of vision.
I'm sorry. That
odd.
Thor. I like your cape.
I've had a vision.
Ah.
Seen all hope of life, and at its center is that.
What, the gem?
It's the Mind Stone. It's one of the 6 Infinity Stones.
Then why would you bring
Stark is right.
It's definitely the end times.
Why does your vision sound like Jarvis?
You think I'm a child of Ultron. I'm not Ultron. I'm not Jarvis. I am.
I am. That's a God line. That's a Bible line.
Their powers, the horrors in our heads, Ultron himself, they all came from the Mind Stone. And they're nothing compared to what it can unleash.
I love the texture of him. Like in 4K, it like renders interesting.
I don't think it's that simple. I am on the side of life. Ultron isn't. He will end it all. What's he waiting for?
Yeah, that's cool. Looks like a screen.
Yeah, and it's practical.
If you're the monster that Ultron made you to be,
what will you do? I don't want to kill Ultron. And he's in pain. But that pain will roll over the earth. So he must be destroyed. Maybe I am a monster. I don't think I'd know if I were one. And not what you intended.
I like the way he's written.
So there may be no way to make you trust me. But we need to go.
That is a perfect visual moment.
All beautifully set up.
Right.
Right away. You're like, oh, we can trust him.
Get what you need.
All it took was that.
So good. All that speech and then well done. Oh.
All that fun for Marvel body shot. Yeah, even Elizabeth Olsen was looking at. No, I don't know. She was looking at Vision. They're setting up how into Vision she is.
Yeah, I like that.
Good evening, boss.
Your colors.
No way we all get through this. If even one tin soldier.
See the setup of.
Got no plans tomorrow night. I get first crack at the big guy.
Iron Man's the one he's waiting for.
That's true. He hates you the most.
Ultron knows we're coming. Odds are we'll be riding into heavy fire. And that's what we signed up for. But the people of Sokovia, we didn't. So our priority.
I guess the arcs are the sowing of distrust that leads to civil war.
This stuff pays off.
Yeah, but in itself, it's interesting.
I mean, it's the brother and sister who have the arc.
But we can do our best to protect them, and we can get the job done. We find out what Ultron's been building. Keep the fight between us.
There was a lot of potential, though, for a really, like, thought-provoking film.
This isn't just about beating him. It's about whether he's right.
Was Ultron right?
You all right?
Yeah. I don't suppose you found a key line.
I did.
So what's our play?
We could help with the evacuation, but I can't be in a fight.
Is he wearing a wig? I think he's wearing a wig.
Maybe he went on to film something else?
So we just disappear?
His hair's like a lot more wavy and curly.
It's been pretty big, this movie.
Yeah, but no, it was like flat.
Yeah, it was small in that one scene, and it hasn't been.
Didn't match up with his hair.
Additional photography. Greg's Wolverine hairstyle commentary's back.
I don't know how much time you got.
More than you.
Have you been juicing? Little vibranium cocktail?
I've moved beyond your mission. I'm free.
See, that line doesn't hit. That line doesn't hit because we didn't get any of this fucking relationship with them for him to be like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
This is how you end. This is peace in my time.
Oh, it's like Terminator Salvation.
Big Terminator fan, Joss. Just wanted to get all of the Terminators.
All the Terminators.
After 2.
I mean, like, Sokovia is a very big lingering effect that occurs throughout the rest of the franchise.
Yeah, but this does a lot for arcs.
Ultron.
Cool.
Shit with Theseus.
They really did take everything from me.
I feel like this movie is the most powerful we ever see Vision.
I think that's fair. It's specific to his villain. Like, it makes sense he'd be strong against.
You shut me out. You think I care? You take away my world. I take away yours.
They should George Lucas this and show Zemo somewhere.
What?
They should like do a George Lucas and like Star Wars it, the special edition versions.
Yeah. Add Jabba the Hutt. Harrison Ford walk around him.
Add Zemo.
Yeah.
And like, my family.
Retroactively add stuff to all the films leading up to Doomsday.
Sokovia is going for a ride.
Oh, she's dead.
You Avengers are my meteor, terrible sword, and the earth will crack.
I heard an interesting line from, of all people, Louis C.K. recently, where he said something about like you live your whole life just to, what you learn is how you should have lived your life. Like by the time you get to the end, you're just like, all you've learned is how you should have lived.
Yeah.
I'm using not to lose my cool.
His hair, it's not matching. I hate it. I hate it all.
It looks like a different man, like a different man's haircut. I think that about each phase of life already. Like when my 20s, I had to be 30 to learn how to live my 20s.
Yeah, but we're not living in those.
We're not ever present.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, here's what I should have lived.
That's what I could have been.
Oh, that's fun. What a fun ride.
Now go be a hero.
Maybe the one she's really attracted to is the Hulk.
Like Black Cat doesn't like Peter Parker but loves Spider-Man.
Yeah,
she likes Hulk.
The Hulk can have children. Banner can't. Scar.
Everyone's favorite.
Hi.
Hi.
Downey's delivery is unmatched, man. He's so good.
Cap, you got incoming.
Incoming already came in.
The rest of us have one job. Tear these things apart. You get hurt them back. Get killed, walk it off.
Cuts to the death early. Foreshadowing.
Pew pew. That's right. This guy who destroyed all of South Africa.
Now he's here. We should feel safe.
Damn, for a second I thought that was actually Jeremy Renner who flipped.
Man's lived a bold life.
It's all our fault.
Hey, look at me. It's your fault. It's everyone's fault. Who cares? Okay, look, the city is flying. I'm fighting an army of robots, and I have a bow and arrow. But I'm going back out there because it's my job. Doesn't matter what you did or what you were. If you go out there, you fight. But if you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Hell yeah. Good speech.
Just sets up for just Hawkeye to be awesome. This whole movie is just for Renner.
That was a really good speech. Despite any problem I fucking have in this movie, I was like, oh, that was a great fucking scene. Yeah.
That moment, all of his moments, man.
Try steering the wheel.
Turn it left. Terrifying.
I got you. Just look at me.
Nice.
Why didn't Thor just pick her up?
Yeah, I think there was another car he was trying to save.
Couldn't he grab her and the other?
I don't know what he's doing right now. There he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Gotta get some good shield action. All these robots. What a great excuse for just Avengers
Wanton
fighting.
destruction.
Yeah. Avengers fighting sequence and choreography galore.
And lots of death of robots.
I need to get a good, like, super far away, subtle nod moment with someone where they can see I'm nodding.
One day.
Keep up, old man.
Nobody would know. Ultron was sitting on. Huh? Yeah, I'll be missed. That quick little bastard.
I like how they give him an outfit that kind of mirrors his comic book absurdity of that medieval outfit. Like, they do a good job modifying it.
Hold your fire!
Ooh. He's definitely not as fast as the Evan Peters one, huh?
No.
The anti-gravs are rigged to flip. Touch them, they'll go full reverse thrust.
I imagine there's also shades of, like, when you're running, you know, like sprinting versus running versus...
It's not enough. The impact would still be devastating.
Maybe we can cap the other end.
Is that Carrie Condon?
Should don't look back.
That could vaporize the city.
It is.
And everyone on it.
From Banshees of Inisherin.
No.
Academy Award nominee Carrie Condon. Didn't know her yet. And F1.
That's the good one.
Yeah. The American one.
Yeah.
I asked for a solution, not an escape plan.
Impact radius is getting bigger every second. I have to make a choice.
Everyone up here versus everyone down there. There's no match. There's worse ways to go.
That's true.
Where else am I going to get a view like this?
Glad you like the view, Romanoff. It's about to get better.
Oh, decommissioned, recommissioned.
Wow. Tony couldn't see that coming.
There's always one blonde person to really focus on as the civilian eye line in the first 2 Avengers movies.
Pulled her out of mothballs with a couple of old friends. She's dusty, but she'll do.
Oh, we got his whole outfit back.
Altitude is 18,000 and climbing.
Lifeboat secure to deploy. Disengage.
Hey, it's that one honest guy.
Take him out.
That has been fun to watch these in order to notice stuff like that. He was the guy that
Winter
wouldn't turn.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Sir, we have multiple bogies converging on our starboard flank.
Show them what we got.
You're up.
Oh my God, Rhodey's in this.
If you live to tell it.
Think I can't hold my own?
We get through this, I'll hold your own.
Number 6 boat is topped and locked, or it's full of people.
I turned that key and dropped this rock a little early, and it's still billions dead. Even you can't stop that.
Son of Odin, as long as there is life in my breast, I am running out of things to say.
It's terribly well balanced.
Well, if there's too much weight, you lose power on the swing. Create a heat seal. I can supercharge the spire from below.
Funny numbers.
It's like a ride.
It really is. To Disneyland.
Hey, that was a cool moment for him.
Thor, I got a plan. We're out of time.
Brody, get the rest of the people on board that carrier. Avengers, time to work for a little.
That was cool.
Another cool shot.
Here it comes.
Give us a cool shot.
Stand together.
I like the residual effect they had of when Quicksilver shows up.
So
Yeah.
time catching up.
What's the drill?
This is the drill.
That's the best you can do.
This is the best I can do. This is exactly what I want. All of you against all of me. How can you possibly hope to stop me?
Like the old man said, together.
It's just outside of Ultron, we haven't really seen these robots do anything that bad to like anybody.
But they're all Ultron.
I guess so.
So it's all bad because Ultron bad.
It's like there's one main Ultron. Okay, here's the cool shots.
But these are Ultrons. Sideways shot.
Yeah, like the speed and capability of him too. We don't get much of Vision doing Vision shit after this.
No. Some in Endgame, right? Or Infinity War.
Yeah.
They'll try to leave the city.
We can't let him, not even one.
Rhodey, I didn't say you could leave. War Machine coming at you.
We gotta move out. Even I can tell the air's getting thin. You guys get to the boats.
They always try to make War Machine a thing.
Yeah.
He's your favorite to read about in the comics, right?
Oh, I've every War Machine I've ever written. Just collect them all. Gotta catch them all. War Machine. That's what they say.
Get the people on the boats.
I'm not going to leave you here.
I can handle these. You understand?
You know, I'm 12 minutes older than you.
Go.
Sometimes they didn't learn the Thor lesson with the eyebrows on Aaron Taylor Johnson there. Not often, but some shots. Gray eyebrows look a little weird.
You know what I need to do?
I want to buy an Audi.
I'd love an Audi. Convertible, yeah.
Can't hear the kids running around. What do you think?
You guys always eat in the kitchen anyway.
No one eats in a dining room.
We don't have a lot of time.
So get your ass on a boat.
I love how non-dirty she is. All this fucking debris everywhere.
It's beautiful. Her hair is so nice.
Nothing on her face.
I think she was dirty earlier.
Wasn't she?
At some point. There's a little soot on her shoulder.
They like let her get all dirty in the first Avengers.
Look at Clint. Look at her.
We were in the market.
Oh, she's that girl from the Seventh Heaven.
Oh.
Am I wrong about that?
That's a good bait and switch with the Who's Gonna Die. I didn't watch Seventh Heaven. I can't help you.
It's definitely your cup of tea.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that dad a pedophile?
But we didn't know that then.
That's true.
So you could watch it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So we don't know when he was.
That's how I watch Roman Polanski movies.
Yeah. Can't watch it after a certain point, even though he did the thing he did before.
Very early. Rosemary's Baby.
Strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to anyone.
Oh, I like her feeling it.
That is so many bullet holes. Damn.
You didn't see that coming.
Yeah, you got like ripped through. Oof.
There's a few really good emotional moments in there. That kid's Peter Parker.
He was also an Iron Man too. He went to Sokovia to escape the trauma. That's a cool shot. I forgot that shot.
Whoa.
Just see in the background the helicarrier getting closer. That was special.
And Justice League has that Russian family.
You gotta have an eye line. Weird that we only show one person that many times, but it's an eye line.
I wonder where she learned these like hand techniques.
All the actors, I actually interviewed the cast of Doctor Strange talking about the hand things, and they're like, they had her teach them how to do it. Like other actors are like, you're so good at it. She's like the main person.
It felt like
Well, that's horrifying.
Thor, on my mark.
You want to go out?
Meet cute.
Crazy.
Now I need you to turn this bird around, okay? We can't track you in stealth mode, so help me out. I need you.
That was the love of his life.
Their long-term relationship's probably over, but she's loved him for years. I think maybe they'll come through.
One last robot.
You're afraid of you, of death. You're the last one.
The Divide.
I love how Vision doesn't like death. I really have always liked that element of...
Humans are odd. They think order and chaos are somehow opposites and try to control what won't, but there is grace in their fate. I think you missed that.
They're doomed.
Yes.
These ideological differences.
But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. It's a privilege to be among them.
Bearably naive.
I was born yesterday.
And so ends the weekend of Ultron.
They couldn't show that. It was too violent.
Yeah, really bloody when you kill the last one.
But I like the scene. If there's no shield, who supplies his arrows? I felt like this movie was definitely missing, like, Tony feeling a lot of, regret and remorse for what he did. Like, all this is because of him.
He's just standing by it, doubling down at times.
Like, I know he's got an ego and such, and he had a little scene with Nick Fury, but it did not feel like it really, like, carried through or that he was, like, getting desperate.
Oh, Nathan Pietro Barton, cute.
Splashed down in the Banda Sea. Could be the Quinjet. Dark stealth tech. We still can't track the damn thing. Jumped out and swam to Fiji. Let's send a postcard.
Wish you were here. You sent me to recruit him way back when. Did you know then what was gonna happen?
We didn't.
No matter who wins or loses, trouble still comes around.
Vision's artificial intelligence.
A machine.
So it doesn't count.
No, it's not like a person.
Wield the hammer, you can keep the mind still. It's safe with the Vision. And these days, safe is in short supply.
Yeah.
But if you put the hammer in an elevator, it would still go up. Elevator's not worthy.
Someone has been playing an intricate game and has made pawns of us. Once all these pieces are in position,
Triple Yahtzee?
You think you could find out what's coming?
I do. Besides this one,
He will.
there's nothing that can't be explained.
Oh, Jane. Fuck about Jane.
It's time for me to tap out. Maybe I should take a page out of Barton's book. Build Pepper a farm, hope nobody blows it up.
Oh, my God. He does just that.
I don't know. Family, stability. Guy who wanted all that went in the ice 75 years ago. I think someone else came out.
You all right?
I'm home.
There were just so many casualties because of Ultron.
Well, we're not the 27 Yankees.
We got some hitters.
They're good. They're not a team.
Let's beat them into shape.
Whoa. New drips.
Avengers!
And he literally never said it, so they couldn't use the cut of him saying it.
I thought there was I didn't realize that he wrote it by himself. I thought because of all the things implemented that he was forced to put in here.
Oh, you're like, I assume someone else was like a co-writer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's about where it was for me. I think it's the, I mean, we've only watched 10 of these. But I think it's like where we are now in the middle. But I think by the time we're done, it's the top of the bottom third. Like it's I think the most fun and entertaining of the movies that I think don't quite work. It's the top of the bottom for me.
Yeah, I'd put it above Iron Man 2, Thor: The Dark World.
Those are the ones that don't work. Top of the bottom. Yeah, it's definitely above Thor: The Dark World, definitely above Iron Man 2.
I'd put it above Captain America.
The first one?
Yeah.
Actually, I would too. That's right in the middle. That's where I'm thinking. Like
Yeah.
right, like at the 6th spot. It's just insane coming off of Winter Soldier, Guardians, and Iron Man 3. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a lot of missed potential. This movie, a lot of fun. There is a lot of fun to be had, but
a lot of good ideas posited, but not delivered.
yeah, and you could see where they could have enhanced. And there's like certain character stuff that just really bothered me. I'm really bothered by Iron Man, like not seeming that bothered by what he did.
Like Iron Man's arc in this movie is just like I'm sure I need to protect the world with a suit of armor around the world. He doesn't have an actual like
But
change.
so many people died.
And what's Cap change? Like they're just still diametrically opposed, but Civil War pays that off. But this just sets it up.
What's your favorite post-credit scene? This line doesn't make any sense to me.
It's crazy how long they set up.
I'll do it myself.
As if he was weaving something.
Like it's just.
What does that mean? What does he mean, fine, I'll do it myself? He had nothing to do with what just took place.
Ultron.
Even though Thor has a line saying, like, someone's weaving some intricate plan.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
Ultron happened because of it. Isn't there a thing where like someone was controlling Tony at some point? I don't know. I don't remember how that pays off, but yeah, that line doesn't work.
I don't know. Is there another post-credit scene? Usually
This
Disney,
was the double era at the time, I think.
Usually Disney Plus is like, skip everyone's credits and go right to the end, baby. No.
Oh, wow. Oh, I guess Thanos is a big,
Oh, wow.
Oneer.
Wow. Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
I think it's like 3 stars for me.
The first act started off like, oh, you know what? This might be like a different experience, but it was kind of juggling a little too much. And
It falls apart about the place that we both started being like a little restless.
And it doesn't make up. It's not fun enough to outweigh stuff that's not quite working, and the dramatic heft isn't hefty enough to outweigh the parts that aren't working. Like a lot of times it just felt like everything was kind of being met at like a 60 to 70% mark with an occasional like, whoa, this action moment's cool, and whoa, this scene here is like surprisingly really effective. Even in the finale, like it didn't just like completely drop. However, by the end of it, you're like, oh yeah, it wasn't really that effective.
The ideas and the consequences are too big for the lack of emotion. Like, I should feel more with these ideas. I should feel more with these consequences. And instead, it's like, all right, well, it's pretty.
Yeah, they try to
I laugh.
They try to sell a lot of the emotional stuff, especially with the new characters with the brother and sister, which I think are fine. And they're not. I don't like. I think when Pietro dies, it's like, oh, that's effective. But before that, I'm not super connected to a lot of what's
worried
going on for them. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very it poises a lot of existential stuff that I think it wanted to dive into more, but it ultimately just kind of teeters and feels a little bit surface level in what they're exploring.
Age is about a week. It still bothers me because the Age of Ultron is a whole like.
A lot of people get caught up in that. I've never really been too caught up in that.
I wasn't middle of it, but then by the end, I was definitely aware. I'm like, this all happened pretty quick, and it's not really a zeitgeist shift except for the Civil War consequence.
It just feels like it. Let me just answer the questions.
Let's do it.
Ethan T. Gents.
I think there was an H there.
Nope.
Gents.
I personally love this movie and have a soft spot for it. When it came out, I was 14 and none of my friends liked it. And I saw a lot of online hate online. It doesn't matter. Although today I think people are open up to it a lot more, which makes 14-year-old me happy. There's been a lot of shittier stuff that's come out. And there's a lot of people who watched it when they were young, who really liked it.
Prequel trilogy.
Yeah, so they had there's a fondness and a softness.
10 years after release, movies get a little second wind.
Yeah, because they grew up with it and they liked it more, and they didn't see a lot of the things as adults would probably see, like criticism and stuff. I always, even though you're saying you're 14 and you saw this shit with your friends, I always kept to myself that I love this movie as it would get a lot of hate. Ultron is my favorite part of the film. It just steals every scene. Well, that's surprising. Do you guys remember liking it when it first came out, and do you agree with the hate at the time? I never quite hated it, and I never quite loved it. Nor did what I really say is it was definitely like, yeah, it's fine.
I was disappointed.
It's like it's
Avengers 1 being so good.
It's one of those things where it's like it's as an expectation experience, it's a disappointment. As if I can isolate myself from expectation, it's fine.
All my top third, I would get the instinct to want to watch. This one, unless I'm doing a Road to Doomsday, would not put on.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't just be like, I feel like Age of Ultron, and that's kind of where I feel about the movie. It's like I'm glad it exists.
I mean, it's an Avengers movie that feels like a setup and a commercial for more movies, and that's not what the Avengers movies are supposed to serve. All the movies are supposed to be a commercial for the Avengers.
Yeah. Well, I think no movie should, and I think that's kind of where they started having problems, is when things feel like a setup for another thing. And this just does that to $1 billion scale.
And it's weird because a lot of Phase 2 doesn't feel that way.
Oh, Phase 2 was a lot of left turns. This one's like, let's hit the beats.
Phase 2 are a lot of solid installments of their own stories that do set up, but they don't feel like they're made to set up.
I think all but Dark World is strong.
Yeah, and then this is the one that should culminate that experience, but instead skips a lot of beats, creates new dynamics like Nat, Hulk. Iron Man doesn't acknowledge shit about him letting it go with the armor.
Second weakest Phase 2 film.
I would say so. Yeah. No,
which is great. It's crazy to think about with an Avengers movie. Yeah. Like that's just that's why I don't think it works.
1,000,000%, 100% with you. Yeah. It just expects you to kind of like buy into a lot of stuff, and they're juggling way too much. And honestly, it's like it would have been way more interesting if it was just Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, they try it again in Doctor Strange. We'll see how that goes.
I think I like that more than this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm curious if I do with them, but I don't think highly of that movie.
Wow. I thought you were chill.
I know. I got to work on. I mean, I love it. I love all of it. Where's my Disney money?
Hey, Greg and Coy. You're getting farther and farther into the road to Doomsday, and it's been awesome watching the commentaries. All your guys' commentaries have been entertaining and informative. But my question is, since you guys started these commentaries from Superman to now, what has been your favorite movie you've gotten to revisit?
Oh.
Glad being on the road to Doomsday and watching your future commentaries. Much love, Rejects. The Batman. I've thought about the Batman a lot since we watched it. I can't really get it off my mind. I think about the Batman a lot. Yeah, I love that movie.
on the macro, I think the act of doing commentaries I've really enjoyed. I've really liked this series, and it's kind of revitalized my whole. I had a lot of judgment about like reaction as a culture before I met Greg, and then when I started doing it, I definitely was like, I want to make sure I'm doing something unique in it. I want to make sure it's actually like fairly informative, not just like pulling face. And I was very aware of that, and I haven't had that concern at all with commentary because I feel like it's all the things that are my strengths as a reactor. Like the commentary is the thing I think I do well. So I've really enjoyed this because it's kind of fulfilled me creatively in a way that I don't necessarily always feel with reactions, because I'm always like self-conscious that I'm missing something, or if I'm misreading something, or people that love this movie, if I'm not aligned with them, or if people hate this movie, not aligned. I don't have that with these because this is my own experience. So I've really loved the commentaries as a genre, and I think Batman Begins was a really special time because it was fun to go from like, man, this movie's awesome. How's Dark Knight going to be even better? And then Dark Knight was like, man, this movie's awesome. How's the Batman going to be even better? And then the Batman was like, man, this movie. And all of those just kept being really differently special and high quality.
Yeah.
Whereas the Marvel universe is like, they're so different tonally and some qualities dip and all that. I feel like we had such a cool journey with the Batman.
Yeah.
Just as an arc.
I would say that X-Men First Class was really special to me. That made it very clear to me.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one.
Yeah. And Logan, I had a good time with Logan too.
I did too. I feel like Logan's one of those where I'm like, that's the best one. But the one I love, the one I had the best time watching was X-Men First Class.
I'm really glad First Class, because that's my favorite X-Men movie. But also, I'm glad you had a Winter Soldier experience.
And I've
that was so positive.
I've thought quite a lot about Winter Soldier and Iron Man 3 while doing this. I thought a lot about those movies.
Yeah, I think Iron Man 3 is in my top 5 of our rewatches, and it's already one of my favorites. But it like solidified it as like, do I like this because I've defended it for 10 years?
Yeah.
Or is it good and then it was great?
Nah, it's good. It's good. Wow, there's a lot of questions here. All right, let's...
Faster, sorry.
Yeah, shit,
I didn't
man.
know there were 20.
Yeah, I thought there were 3.
I thought we were done.
Captain Fernandez. It's not as bad as some say, but it definitely failed to live up to the standard set by the first one. I think the main issue is Joss Whedon succumbed to his own worst tendencies, kind of like Taika in Love and Thunder, and undercut the emotional, physical weight of the movies with snark and irony. What say you? I actually kind of feel like there's not as much humor and snarkiness as I originally remember there being. But when it's there, a lot. Sometimes it's funny, and then sometimes it's like, this doesn't kind of fit this scene. It feels like they needed to like insert it.
I think 70% works, but 30% is a lot. And I said it during the reaction. There were enough moments where I was like, and I didn't used to think that. My problems used to be in some of the narrative, but now it's narrative and the undercutting. So I agree with you to a point. I don't think it's as bad as Love and Thunder, but I do think there are moments that aren't as strong as the first.
Yeah,
with comedy.
This one definitely wanted to be taken way more serious than the first one, though.
Yeah. Until it didn't.
Wants to be taken way more serious. And I just kind of get a little bored, if I'm being honest, in some scenes. I'm like, it's not really quite, fulfilling me in any way. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I see what you're trying to do, but I
don't know about it.
I'm forcing myself to pay attention right now. Stephanie Horden. Hey, Gregory. Nope. Gregory.
Gregory's just your name. Hey, Gregory, but with an accent. You just add a little flavor in the
wait,
I'm not here.
That's not it.
I'm not even here. Hello, Gregory. You take this one, Greg. It's for you.
So, I am also a pretty big fan of this movie. I think it has so many enjoyable moments, but I can objectively call it a bit of a mess of a film, and it's certainly not an Age of Ultron. Yeah, a lot of people really get bogged down by that. However, value has been created from it since, and may possibly be created in even upcoming projects like Vision Quest. What value can you all identify? This is a good. Oh man, I haven't even read the question, but I can see where you're going. What value can you all identify having been made from this movie at the time, since or even to come, in terms of aesthetic, sensorily pleasing moments of cinematic eye candy, contributions to the MCU as a cinematic universe, character development, world building, story resolutions, and benefits to the industry of film, TV, and or comics in general? Thank you guys for taking us along with you on your road to Doomsday.
What a question.
People are starting to ask questions like how we ask questions in the reviews.
We just got Vincent D'Onofrio, where it's like, I'm going to just pause because it's going to be a journey we're going to go on.
All these questions are really imbued in why you're asking the question. I don't know. We like it. They're good questions. They're really
but now we know how it feels.
You know, we know it's like being on the other end. Like, oh man, there's a lot of pressure to answer that.
Got to think well and smartly.
This one, that was like the main saving grace of this experience, is that we saw how so much of this was setting up a lot of things that will eventually be paid off. Pretty much the ether for the Thor: The Dark World, but way more of that throughout this entire film, basically from beginning to end, with every character from Vision to the Vision and Scarlet Witch. You start seeing their romance, the Infinity Stones. You feel like it's like kind of like everything Sokovia Fallout events, like all this shit that they set up is kind of like weaved throughout the rest of it. And
this is more a prequel to Phase 3 than it is a sequel to Phase 2, and
which
I think
is a problem,
a weakness.
Yeah,
because it should feel like a culmination. Instead, it feels like, let's start shit.
But when stuff does start paying off, it retroactively makes like the information and stuff that happens feels important in hindsight, but while experiencing it, it just feels like setup, you know? And you think after the shit after like the fallout of S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything, like a lot of that would factor in more.
And those contributions, like we're saying, are of net benefit to Phase 3. Our problems are with where this movie ends, like as itself. I think this movie on its own, you're asking for a positive, and I think there are positives, but if you're watching this the year it comes out, they're not there yet. They can't be.
Well, like when Black Widow dies, they don't reunite till Infinity War. And when Black Widow dies in Endgame and Banner's all like heartbroken about it, I remember really feeling that for him. But when I watch this, I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from?
Yeah, they had to do it.
But when I watch Endgame, I'm like, oh yeah, I really feel for him in that moment. That's what I mean. It's like a lot of this pays off.
And as far as benefits the industry, I think this movie really showed you can do like 5 story launches from it. I don't think any other universe has fully captured that strength yet. I don't think anything is the MCU yet. You know, the closest thing is the fresh 2 films in DCU, which I think we'll look back at Superman and go like, whoa, that gave us all these characters, but we haven't had time to really launch from there. So I think some of the benefits are the narrative of serialized storytelling. This is effectively a TV show at this point. It's 40 installments deep, plus shows. So it is, you know, really unique to itself. And I think each of the MCU's successes was a benefit to the industry. I mean, movies weren't doing as bad as they are now post-pandemic, but I do think, they call these tentpole films. They keep the tent up, and other movies can exist in theaters while they're out because they're making $1 billion, so smaller films can get some time in the sun. Like, I don't think blockbusters get enough credit for keeping movie theaters open for 11 months of the year or whatever. Like, there's giant periods of time where movie theaters couldn't exist without the big dogs coming out in the summer and winter. Yeah. So 11 months is hyperbolic, but there's probably 4 months of the year where it's not profitable and the other 8 keep them open. Stuff like this is that benefit.
True stuff. Jennifer Smith, my friend. Knowing how amazing the Mjolnir catch was a captain and in the end, yeah. Do you think the Vision holding the hammer lessens the Endgame moment? No, not at all.
Different.
What are your thoughts on having Vision be the first non-Thor hero to wield Mjolnir? Also, y'all be killing it. Corey, I'm super excited for your work in DC. Oh, that's sweet.
Thank you.
I don't think it undercuts. No,
and I even like that they make. I like the banter at the end about it because it clearly shows how hurt they are, but also Cap clearly was able and willing, and I love that he, to protect them, didn't lift it, and it just enhances his relationship with Tony, his relationship with Thor, and that moment is an immediate, like we even said watching it, like, and that's proof that he it really serves the narrative, and he would be worthy. So I love it.
Well, I like the way it's also revealed in shot.
Yeah,
because he's holding it for a while till he brings it into frame,
and the way they frame him nearing it because he knows he's going to pick it up, but it doesn't become like a thing.
But it didn't seem like he was even aware of
that the import.
Yeah,
I dig it
because it's such a funny scene. Oh my god, and fucking Captain America picking up the hammers. To go to Stephanie's earlier question, the whole everyone picking up the hammer scene pays off in Endgame beautifully. Yeah. But the fucking with the Vision picking it up was great. I thought it was great because it immediately tells you in a visual way, in a way you're not expecting, that he is on our side and he's a good guy versus what they're dealing when the whole thing is do we trust this?
Yeah, and we shouldn't.
Is it another
Ultron? Son of Ultron?
Yeah. So I thought because I like how they introduce him like he's scary at first, but then you realize you can trust him. Jaden Rhodes. This movie holds up so well. I actually think it has gotten better with time, and I actually think Ultron is one of the better MCU villains. I would say amongst the villains we've been getting, yes. And in terms of where we're at this point in the journey, I'd say so, yes. He's no Loki, but he's definitely better than a lot of the other ones. I'm curious, though, now, this far into y'all's rewatch, do you all agree with my statement above, and what are some better MCU movies that y'all might like more as time has gone on? Captain America, Winter Soldier. I think he's not a great villain, honestly, in this movie. I feel like he's better in What If than he is here.
I like his ideas, and I like the concept way more than the execution. So yeah, I'm hoping Vision Quest kind of dark worlds us and retroactively enhances this for me.
But yeah, I don't think it's I think we just didn't get enough time with him, and there's no real build up or setup.
And he's just I've seen the internet. I hate people.
Yeah, that's kind of like what Apocalypse does.
Yeah,
I've seen television. I hate people.
It's also me going on Twitter every day, but it's not a full villain arc until I kill everyone.
No, you need the relationship. They wanted to do a Frankenstein's monster situation, but the whole point with Frankenstein's monster is daddy.
Yeah, and they don't really have that. He just there's a couple lines of how much he hates Tony, but you don't feel it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess one that I'm curious to see if I like more, Marvels. I'm really curious. I've only seen that once. I hated it.
Yeah, same.
I
think that might be the only Marvel movie I've only seen once.
I really hated it.
Yeah.
I was next to you.
Yeah, we walked out
I really did not like that movie. And I was so naive to the fact by saying that I was like, oh, yeah, it's a bunch of women. People will think something.
That wasn't fun. And that was like me with Agatha in the middle of Agatha. I'm he hates the gays. And I was 10 years of footage of me saying anything but is undermined in one episode of Agatha, and that had the same with the Marvels, misogynist coy genre, and I was fuck, that's not a good movie. So yeah, we'll see. We'll have that come back around.
I sometimes completely forget about those things.
Identity politics are waiting for you just out the door, Greg.
I completely forget about them sometimes. No, I didn't even think about that.
Well, that's also bigoted of you because you're privileged to be a man to not think of women and their problems.
I remember saying
when you're reviewing.
I remember saying these three deserve so much better.
Yep, doesn't matter. You're hating on women. And it's funny because I was talking about Nia DaCosta for months leading up to that movie. Yo, guys, you got to see Candyman. She's incredible. This movie's going to be great. 10 minutes in, I was oh, fuck, a studio made this. I'm worried about that one, not going to lie.
I'm looking forward to it. Last one of the day. Yeah, sorry. Okay, two more. I like because the Avengers at their best, Maurice Gray Jr. says. They've been taking down the Hydra bases for 2 years and work as a perfect team, and then Ultron happened. Started the team's downfall. Steve on one side, Tony on the other. He didn't get disagreement over Kree, and Ultron broke the Avengers before the immense Civil War can do the job.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the seeds of it. Again, like it's a good setup that pays off as an argument in Civil War, since everything's dealing with Sokovia, so Civil War really helps this movie out. But it's a big missing factor in the movie to me.
Yeah, it didn't exist yet. Civil War didn't happen yet. I know they've probably written the outline, but the audience hasn't felt it.
Like there's that scene where Hulk is saying, we're not going to talk to the team. And he comes up with this whole justification as to why. And they don't really go over that. And it's like, that could have been such a heated moment. Like, Thor picks him up by the throat. But that could have been such a dramatic moment of, like, this should have been a team discussion.
Yeah.
Like, well, we can't
Cat
always
brings it up later, but then...
But not really. It's just kind of like lines of dialogue, but without, like, the drama.
I'm really excited
drama.
I'm actually really excited for Civil War. Because I'm excited to see... Because that feels like a culmination of all three phases at that point.
Yeah. Cap was right. Jay Rushton, question: who should voice or play Jocasta, the female version of Ultron?
Ooh.
Anne Heche. I saw her in a commercial.
She's dead.
No? Who did I see?
Anne Heche is dead.
Oh, yeah, she's been dead for a while.
She got, like, in a fire or something.
Hold on. Can't we, like, AI her then?
Jane, what's her name that plays Poison Ivy?
She died at 22 in a fiery car crash. That was not who I saw on TV.
No, you did not. Can guarantee.
When they still air commercials 4 years later?
I mean, who's Lake Bell? Lake Bell would be an incredible Jocasta. That's my pick.
Lake Bell.
Lake Bell.
That's the one.
Thought of it on his own. He's a genius.
That's Greg Gorey today.
Greg Gorey is so
it's
wise.
Coy and Greg combined.
Gregory changes the whole name, Greg.
Oh boy,
that was a long shoot.
I thought not sleeping at all over the stress of these not monetized videos.
Is that not the move?
It was like, I'll be fine as Avengers. And nope, apparently.
Turns out
thinking me saying my full name means combining two different names.
Didn't help I mentioned the very movie causing the sleep loss 20 minutes in, and I felt your entire body go. Like, there was such an energy shift, like you were possessed by obsession.
Before we were filming.
So funny.
I was looking at my phone because I got messages about it, and I was like, that's why I was like, I need to step out for a minute.
I saw you, yeah, you were like out there just finding his zen.
I come back.
You didn't tell me why. I wouldn't have mentioned it.
And then you have this like, oh, that's how that movie made, which is such a compliment. I'm like, honestly, I haven't watched because I can't fucking enjoy it.
Because I fucking hate that movie the rest of my life.
Surrounding parameters around
fucking
it.
doing this movie. Here we are.
Anyway,
that's his Age of Ultron.
It is.
Age of Obsession 2026.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.